Hi everyone. So today let's solve the problem number 198. This one, house robber, right? So we'll just go through the question. Let's see. Let's try to understand the question first, right? So we are you are a robber planning to rob the houses in a street, right? So you cannot rob two adjacent houses or alarm will trigger. Basically, just remember this one. We cannot rob. So suppose there are five adjacent houses here, right? So this one. Suppose let's consider this one, right? Yeah, we're starting from here. So we cannot rob this one, right? So we cannot rob the adjacent house or else the alarm will trigger. We have to rob this one. From this house, we have to rob this one. So that's what they have given in the question. You cannot rob two adjacent houses or the alarm will trigger. So given an array nums, so we have been given array nums here. See, we have been given array nums representing money at each house. We have to find the maximum money we can rob. What we need to find here, we have to find the maximum money that we can rob. So we have to return this maximum amount. We have to return this maximum amount, right? So let me delete this one. Now, yeah, let's do one thing and let me directly consider this one. What do we call? Uh, Approach or let's consider example first. See here we have 1 2 3 1 basically. First we'll drop house 1, this one. Then we cannot drop the adjacent house where 2 is present. Then what we will do, we'll drop this one. So next house we cannot drop, right? So we'll go with 1 plus 3, nothing but here 4, right? So this is it. 4 is the answer. Next, same thing goes with here as well. First we will rob this one. What do we call? 1. Then we will drop the third one, right? Then we will drop the fifth one. Basically, we are dropping the odd ones right here. So see, 1, 9, and 1, nothing but 11 here. 2, 9, and 1, nothing but 12 here. Sorry, 2, 9, 11, 11 plus 1, 12, right? So 12 is the answer here. See, so this is the basically this is the thing that we have to do. So let me delete this one. Let's discuss the approach very quickly, followed by the complexities, and then let's write the code. So we will be going with a dynamic programming. Just remember this, we'll be going with a DP. So let's consider the same thing for the approach example one. So first initially we have nums 1 2 3 1, right? So we will be creating the first step is we will be creating the DP array, right? So we'll be creating the DP array, nothing but here DP of I, right? So dp of I is nothing but it is equivalent to the max money we can drop from house 0 to I, house 0 to I, right? So the maximum number of amount that is stashed, right? That is stashed in the house, basically the maximum money that we can drop from the house that has been stashed from this one 0 to I, house 0 to house I, right? So let's go with the base cases now. What's the base cases here? dp of 0 equals nums of 0, nothing but only one house to rob it. When we have that one, that is the base case as well, right? So here dp of 0, this is one of the base cases. Nums of 0, I'll just write here n of 0, right? So this is fine, nums of 0. And dp of 1 is nothing but the maximum of nums of 0 comma nums of 1. We will choose the richer of the first house, first this one, what do we call, first two houses basically, right? So dp of 1 is nothing but so we have to choose the richer of the first two houses, right? So this one will be max of num of 0 and nums of 1 basically, right? So this is fine, I believe. We are choosing the richer of the first two houses. Now for house when I is greater than or equal to 2, so this is the third step. When I is greater than or equal to 2, for the house when I is greater than or equal to 2, either we will drop this particular house and then we will add nums of I to the dp of I minus 2, or we will skip that particular house, nothing but we'll consider dp of I minus 1, right? So see here, we will rob this house, meaning we will add nums of I to the uh, dp of I minus 2, dp of I minus 2, right? Or we'll skip this house. What we will do, we will consider dp of this one, what do we call, dp of I minus 1, right? So that's what we will do. And then we'll go with the formula dp of I, dp of I, that is equivalent to max of this one, what do we call, dp of I minus 1. So this one will be dp of I minus 1 max of dp of I minus 1 comma, dp of I minus 2 here plus nums of I plus nums of I. So this is easier to understand, man. Yeah, plus nums of I basically, right? So this is what we will be doing. Finally, dp of n minus 1 will give us the answer, right? Finally, dp of n minus 1 will be the answer or the result here, right? Will be the result of the answer. So this is the maximum money that can be robbed actually, or that this is the maximum money robbable, right? So this is fine. I hope this part is completely clear, man. Let me delete this one. This was just the I just wanted to discuss the idea basically. Let's try to implement the same thing for the first example. We have 1 2 3 1 here. First, initially, the first step is dp of 0, the base case dp of 0 is 1, right? dp of 0 is 1. Let me remove this one, man. First, there is no 1 here. Let me go with dp of 0 equals 1 initially, right? Next, dp of 1 is accordingly with what we have discussed, dp of 1 we have to go with a max of 1 comma 2, max of this one first two houses, right? So we have the values 1 comma 2, you can check there, 1 2 3 1 we have, right? Nums of 0 comma this one, the next value, right? Yeah, max of dp of I minus 1, dp of I minus 2 plus nums of I. So this one is max of 1 comma 2. So max of 1 comma 2 is 2 here. So dp of 1 is 2. Next step would be dp of 2 we have to consider. So dp of 2 will be max of, as I've said, dp of I minus 1 comma dp of I minus 2 plus nums of I here. So this one will be max of 2 comma 1 plus 3. 2 comma 1 plus 3, that will be 2 comma 4 basically. Max of 2 comma 4 is nothing but 4 here, right? Finally we will go with dp of 3. dp of 3 is equivalent to max of this one 4 comma 2 plus 1, 4 comma 2 plus 1, nothing but 4 comma 3. 4 comma 3, again the answer is 4 here. Again the solution is 4, right? So we have got the output 4, 1 2 4 4 basically. Finally, for the dp of 3 we got here this one max of 4 comma 2 plus 1, that is 4. So we will return this one 4 actually, yeah. So the output that we got is 4 here, which is equivalent to the output that they have mentioned for the example 1 within the question. So our approach works absolutely correct here. So as we are completely familiar with the approach, let's do one thing. Yeah, let's discuss the complexities part. So what will be the time complexity here? The time complexity would lead to big of n. So why it is big of n? You guys know we are traversing the array only once here, exactly once. So the time complexity would be big of n, and the space complexity would be big of n as well, because we'll be going with the dp array of the size n, right? So we'll be storing the dp array of size n. So the time complexity and the space complexity for the code that we'll be writing in the future would be big of n and big of n respectively. Now, as we are completely familiar with the approach and the complexities, we are good to write the code. Let's start writing the code. First, let's go with the length of the input array, man. So I'll just go with int n equals, let me assign this one to the variable n basically, length of the nums. We'll be using this one, right? So next, uh, for only house, for if only one house is found, then we'll rob it directly, right? So if n equals 1, then return the first value itself, nothing but nums of 0. This we discussed. What if n equals to 2? If n equals to 2, we will be going with the this one, what do we call, max of nums of 0 comma nums of 1, first two values, richer of the two basically, right? Gold digger of the two, right? So this is fine. Next, let's go with the this one dp array, just to store the max robbable money up to the house I. So this one will be int dp equals new int of n. So this is fine. The next step would be the base case actually. We'll be considering the first house here. So this one will be dp of 0 equals nums of 0, right? So this is the base case. First house we'll be considering. Next, we'll be going with one more base case, nothing but the max of first two houses. We have discussed this one, right? So for the dp of 1. So dp of 1 equals math dot max of this one, nums of 0 comma nums of 1. Right? Now let's move on with the iteration part here. So this one will be for int I equals to I less than n I plus plus. So within the for loop, what we're gonna do? So this one will be dp of I equals math dot max of dp of first one dp of I minus 1. Then what we consider dp of I minus 2, I believe. Yep. Then plus yeah, nums of I basically. Uh, as per my as per I remember actually. This is fine. Now let's do one thing. Let's return the maximum money that is robbable from all the houses. So I'll just go with return dp of n minus 1, right? So let me format the code once and let me hit the run button. So this is it for the code, right? So whatever we have discussed, the same thing we have articulated in the form of code. So this one line number 8, man, I have misspelled nums here. Let me remove one n here. Let me hit the run button again. The sample test cases are getting passed, so let me hit the submit button. So this is medium question. I thought this was easy. This is fine. Yeah. Index 2 out of bounds for the length 2. Hmm? Why? So I less than 2, I less than n I have considered. dp of I minus 1, dp of I minus 2 plus nums of I. I have given correctly here. dp of n minus 1 I have written correctly as well here. This one, uh, return if n equals to 2, then what we are doing, we are returning math dot max. This is correct. Uh, nums of, oh yeah, this has to be nums of 1 man, not nums of 2. Let me hit the submit button directly. This was the only problem, I believe. Yeah, the now all the test cases are getting passed. Means the code works absolutely correct here, right? The code works absolutely correct, right? So whatever the code that we have written works absolutely correct for all the test cases, right? For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.